Hey chat, how do I lose weight without giving up snacks?
Maybe put the fork down and try picking up a dumbbell for a change.
Well, that's rude. Hi, I'm Popsy. I'm a former fat kid with about 45 years of experience. And over the course of my life, I've lost the same 20 pounds or more so many times I thought it would be tired of coming back by now, but it just seems to keep sticking around. I've also tried every diet that you can possibly imagine. I lost weight on every diet that I tried, but the problem is I also failed at every diet that I tried. So I decided to do something different. I didn't start with promises, I just started with a conversation this time. I've used AI to help me to lose weight, and it's working. It's actually working very well. This is one of the best diets, we'll call it a diet, that I've ever been on because I haven't given up a single thing that I enjoy, and it's working. Now, unfortunately, I didn't start with a before picture, but then again, like many people, I have so many before pictures on my phone that it's embarrassing. You know, when you're scrolling, hey, look, here's my vacation pictures, and all of a sudden you come across that really cringe picture of you standing in front of the mirror without a shirt on or something, you know, and then you got to explain what it is. But I have those. But I decided that I was going to do this diet. I did it quietly in the background. I didn't tell family. I didn't tell friends. And there's a reason why that's the case. Every single time you go on a diet, and if you're watching this, then you probably feel what I'm feeling right now. Every time you go on a diet, you tell a friend, hey, you know, I'm gonna start counting calories, or I'm going to try the carnivore diet, or I'm going to do this. You're going to get like the total opposite advice. Well, you got to eat more salads, or you got to do this, or you got to give up, you got to eat kale, you got to do smoothies. Great advice, maybe, but that's not what I'm interested in right now. With this diet, I don't want to give up my treats. I don't want to do anything crazy as far as exercise is concerned. I want to focus on weight loss. I just want to lose weight. And, you know, maybe after a few weeks, you know, you see some progress, you start to feel good about yourself, you make some changes. And these are things that I discussed with AI. In particular, I use ChatGPT. But I did find that when I asked AI on different machines the same question, you know, how do I lose weight? They all had the same basic answer. Eat fewer calories than what you're burning. And it's essentially just using math in order to lose weight. I've tracked everything. I've tracked every single morsel of food that's gone in my mouth over the past 10 days. And I discovered something interesting yesterday. I was out, I do some food delivery. I discovered that as I was delivering food, I was having to hold my shorts up. I thought, you know, if I'm going to make a video about this, it's time for me to get started. So I'm not preaching. I'm not telling you that you need to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just saying that it's working. It's working for me. I have my Coke a day. I enjoy drinking Coke, so I have a Coke a day. I've had snacks. I went overboard on the ice cream the last 4 days. About a half gallon of ice cream, thinking, well, I'll just have a little bit of it. But I totally blew it. But that's the beauty of this. The damage that I did by eating the ice cream, I was able to undo by making better food choices otherwise. So I'm right on track for the week. I don't count every day. Every day is not a win or a lose. As I go along in the week, maybe I build up some extra calories that I can have for the weekend. Maybe I don't. Maybe I eat too much on Tuesday or Wednesday. I go over my calorie number. That's fine. I just reduce it a little bit for the rest of the week, and it all comes out. I can even borrow from one week to the next. I'm in this for the long game. My goal is to lose what I can lose comfortably without giving up my life, without throwing away all the food in my house and rushing off to the store to buy a grocery cart full of kale. My real goal is to lose what I can lose between now and June 30th. So now is May 24th. and I started on May 12th. So let's go ahead on this journey together. We're going to close off now. We're 10 days into it. Yeah, 12 days into it. We'll check back in again and tell you how it's going. Well, it's hard to believe that it's been over 50 days since I first started on my little diet experiment. I did manage to stick to it. This is week 8. I told myself that I'd check back in, I don't remember, June 30th or July 1st, but it's July 2nd. So today we're officially down, after 52 days, drum roll please, we're down 20 pounds. Well, 19.7, but we're going to count it as 20. And the change has really been very dramatic. Now, I'm not there yet. I'm at 243.7, I think, 243.3 as of this morning. And, you know, that's nice. I'm happy with that. People are starting to notice that I've lost weight. It just happened recently. I had one person say that my face looked thinner. It was actually a YouTube comment from another channel that I have. I was at an event last weekend. It was a 3-day long event. I was in a suit, and people were definitely noticing that I had lost weight. They were even noticing that the suit looked like it may need a little bit, altered a little bit. But I had bought 2 new suits, but then I wore an old suit on the 3rd day, and people noticed the difference. Actually, that suit was my before picture, because I didn't take an official before picture, but I did have one that was taken on me shortly before. So I'll put it up here so that you can see it, and then I'll get my wife to take one of me tomorrow, so that you can compare it. So I'll try and make myself, so maybe before and after, one and the other. Can you tell the difference? So hopefully you can. Anyway, so I've been doing this calorie in, calorie out, CICO diet now for 53 days. I absolutely love it. I started out on it mainly as an AI experiment. I wanted to use AI as kind of a diet coach and a motivational tool to help keep me going. And has it ever worked? And I found ways to use AI with this diet that I never would have thought possible. I'm going to share a lot of videos with you as to how I use AI when I'm shopping. I use AI when I'm at restaurants. Everything from taking a picture of the menu to taking a picture of the food on the table. And it estimates the calories for me. It tells me better choices if I want them. I don't always choose the best choice. You know, I'm not the one that fills my plate. I'm not the one that chooses a salad when I go out to eat. In fact, there was one week, 2 weeks ago, where we had a funeral that we were going to. It was a funeral on Zoom, and we brought in all this Mission barbecue into the house. We had a lot of barbecue in the house, and I ended up eating a lot. And 2 days before that, I had eaten a considerable amount. And then 2 days later, I went to Chili's because we were invited, and I didn't want to be, that guy, like, no, I'm on a diet. I can't eat out. I've got to sit at home and eat kale. But I did go to Chili's, and I shared one of the skillet queso with chips, and then some chicken crispers, I think they're called, and had some French fries with ketchup on it. I blew 2,000 calories in a single meal. But that week, I still came in at a deficit. I still ended up losing weight, even though I ate higher on 3 days. And what amazes me is that the calories that are packed into these restaurant food choices, I love them. They're good. They taste delicious. But you really got to be careful. And it's no wonder that I was heavy, because that made up a significant portion of my diet. I ate out a lot. Not always fast food, but, restaurant food. And I'd stop and pick up pizza or whatever a few times a week. So I don't want to pick on pizza because that's my favorite too. So anyway, I'm here to tell you that the CICO, calories in, calories out diet is really working. I started out where I was making horrible food choices. I'm making better food choices now. It is motivational when you see yourself losing weight, when you see those numbers on the scale moving, and you know you want to do what you can in order to keep them moving. So I've made some better choices. I do eat some broccoli. I've cut down on the amount of Coke that I drink. I would tell you that I've stopped eating ice cream, but I was at Target today and I picked up some ice cream, so I'm going to have it as a treat tonight. But I'm still staying within my calorie range, and that's nice. I had a low day on Monday this week. I had a little bit higher than usual yesterday, and today I'm going just a little bit higher than usual, but I'm still 300 under for the week. That's the beauty of eating this way. You don't have to deprive yourself of everything you enjoy. You just need to pay attention to what you're eating and make, you know, decent choices. I had 2 Cokes today. I do enjoy drinking Coke. You're probably going to hear that a lot from me. But last week I didn't have any until Saturday, I believe. Monday through Friday I did not drink any Coke, which is amazing for me. But it just, you know, it's just a matter of making choices. I wanted to make decent choices because I knew that I was going to be on my feet all weekend. But, you know, this is really just the beginning of the journey. I'm down 20 pounds. I've got 60 pounds to go until I'm at my goal weight. And I've learned a lot in the past 8 weeks. And I plan on sharing a lot of neat tips with you, things that I never would have even thought about. On how to shop, on how to choose something at a vending machine, on how to make decisions as to whether you should have McDonald's or not. Spoiler alert, I eat McDonald's, you know, at least a couple times a week. So come along on the journey with me. Hit that subscribe button hit that subscribe button. That sounds how YouTube of me. Please subscribe to the channel and come along on the journey with me. Over 50 and we're losing weight. As a former fat kid, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself all of the things that I've learned along this journey. It hasn't been very long. It's only been 8 weeks, but it's enough to show me that this works. And it's worked better than anything else that I've ever tried in the past because this is something I can stick with. So Bob's your uncle, and we'll see you next time. I'm out of here.